Hi everyone, this is Killshot99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9 finale official spoiler countdown live video. So some people were asking me a little bit earlier, what are we going to do? We've exhausted a lot of topics. We've got predictions, we've got death predictions, bold predictions, Rick Radio predictions. There's a little extended sneak peek that's out there. So we are going to talk about that a little bit. That's as close as we got to a spoiler, but the spoiler information might be released pretty soon by our friends over at Spoiling Dead's fan page. I got several announcements I have to make, and then we're going to get into some free chat. First of all, I appreciate all of you being here. If we don't have confirmed spoilers, still good to hang out and get our ideas out there. So there's going to be some silly predictions. There'll be some bold predictions, and then hopefully within 30, 40 minutes, there'll be a Q&A posted at Spoiling Dead's fan page. If that happens, we're going to be right back here with the official spoiler, unveil. So before we get started, we are winding down, and it is a little bit, it's kind of sad to think about it. I mean, every year we ramp it up. We see a bunch of new faces. How many people here, this is your first year watching, not The Walking Dead, but watching The Walking Dead and being a part of our 999 Army? How many people started in this channel this season at season number 9? I know it's a lot because many of you I did not see last year. And every year, we add a whole bunch of new faces. So think about that. Think about the thousands of people that are new to our streams. The other night, we did a reaction video, and I said this, and it just still blows my mind. We had 10,000 people in that video. And it was some old school gamers that I remember, some people first started with the channel, and a whole lot of new people that recently became subscribers. So think about all the new people that are here with you. And then by season 10, it's going to be even more. But I do make the promise we will grow this army the right way. We try to get a good group of people that love to talk about the show. And I do want to give a few shout-outs. So I want to start out with Tammy Heitzman. I don't know if Tammy's here tonight. It's her birthday. So not my job on your birthday. Hopefully Tammy's out somewhere. But Tammy, if you pop in or you watch the playback, happy birthday to you. Really awesome sub. And also, over in the bottom left-hand corner, you guys, first of all, you have to know that we never claim the spoilers. And one day I'll tell you guys a spoiler story, maybe tomorrow night. But I do want to give a shout out to Ninja Pancake and Shiny Firefly for the awesome work that they did in Season 9. I went back through some of the confirmations, and even when they first released, like, hey, this is what's going to happen in the kingdom, there's going to be some snow, people are like, ain't going to be no snow. And there's just like a confirmation, a checklist they sort of put up. And it's like, nope, this was right, this was right, this was right, this was right. So they're awesome. And yeah, one day Pam got in touch with me, and I'd done a couple videos, and they were from sources who were getting information from Spoiling Dead's fan page, and they were feeding it to me third party, and it was a couple different people. So I didn't know it was coming from their location, and I didn't even check out their location, to be honest. And then Pamela got in touch with me, and it was like, we don't mind you using our stuff, but just give me a shout out. I was like, okay, you got it. So I'll never forget that. And even if I forget to give them a shout out, you guys know I don't want to take credit for anything that's not mine. We love the fact that they released the information. It's their information, and we also like to compare it with our predictions. Our deal is predictions. Our deal is getting the army together, hanging out, doing what we do. And then, theirs is the answer key. It's like, okay, we were right, we were wrong. But it's nice to have that answer key. And hopefully they will release the spoilers tonight. But if not, it's all good. We've had a great season with them. So that's the crew over there. You guys can see the Patreon group is growing unbelievably, and the channel members are growing. And let's get into some spoiler countdown. As I said, this is going to be a little bit of, it's not like a Freestyle Friday, but it is going to be a little bit freestyle. And I'm going to jump around and talk about really what you guys want to talk about. If you super chat, I will change topics. So whoever gets that, you're going to get the floor. Tomorrow night, we're going to do a Freestyle Friday. And that is going to be we'll start with the Walking Dead topic, and it's going to be all super chat. So super chatters just kind of rock that. It's a lot of fun. Mariah, no spoilers. We're counting it down. Hopefully, Chris, I am a little happy tonight. Would you like for me to sing? If you really, really want it, I can do it. I can ask for a vote. And that maybe we'll save it for Freestyle Friday. Or Songs for Scenes. Let me get back. See, when Chris comes in and types, I lose track of whatever. Let's go to Stephanie Faye. I have a prediction. I think Rick will be on the radio. And before he can say where he is, he gets hit in the head. Well, you're going to have to hear him get hit in the head because they're not going to show him. He's not going to visibly be on the show again. So it's like, it's Rick Grimes, plop, and then he gets hit. We hear it in the background. Well, I think the radio might have just went kapooey. Or Rick might have just got hit on the other line. I mean, Eugene's going through a lot of work to get this thing fixed. But I do feel like it's got to be the radio. The radio has to be the big reveal. But there's some. I'll give you guys some mini spoiler information. And I know some people are going to say, dude, that's old news. We saw that yesterday. But it's okay. It's still mini spoiler. And some people here may not know this. How many people have figured out from the extended trailer that Lydia, and do me a favor, everybody, Lydia the like button, please. Can everybody Lydia the like button? We got 300, 400, 500 people in here. Used to be Lucille, but since there's a song. Tom Ferreira says, how will the conflict with Lydia and Carol go? Tom, that is a very, very timely super chat. Because apparently, this is the mini spoiler. There is no conflict. Word on the streets is Lydia will try to kill herself. Is that new to anybody? How many people are hearing this for the first time? If you already heard it, then you wouldn't be hearing it for the first time. How many people heard that? Lydia wants to die. Lydia will attempt to kill herself, and Carol will be the person to stop it from happening. There you go. See, there's a mini spoiler for you guys. What did you say? Yeah, that's what I said. Okay, a lot of people heard it. Tom's like, damn, that got dark real quick. I'm just telling you. And that was off, I was kind of digging a little bit deep. It does make sense. So, apparently, and that might be off Skybound. I don't know where I got it, but I'd love for Spoiling Dead to confirm it, but I think I got that off Skybound. There also, the extended spoiler, we definitely have some better footage of the group crossing in between the pikes. The pikes have no heads on them any longer. We saw Ezekiel walk up to it, but in the first teaser that came out, it was Carol talking about, these are her borders. And they didn't show you the full footage to it. But that Carol conversation, it's an extended dialogue after they are forced to go through that area. And I don't think there's just going to be footy prints. Alpha's not out there hunting wabbit. I got a feeling she's going to see them, and there's going to be some conflict. And then I put down in the description down below, I got a feeling everybody's not going to make it. I don't know if it's going to be the elements. I don't know if, I've heard, this is not a spoiler, and I'm not unhappy with this prediction. But I've heard, the walkers could be upon them, and Rosita takes Andrea's death and leads them over. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. That's not my prediction. It's not a spoiler. It's just something that was sent to me. I love it. Taya's like, I'm going to be disappointed if no one dies. Taya, you just have to have death in every episode? Was that not enough death in the last episode to hold you off just for one more? No? Tom Ferreira says, she must blame herself for Henry's death. Maybe, Tom. I mean, I haven't really gotten into the psyche of Lydia. But I will say, She's been bullied. She probably feels some responsibility. She's probably continuing to be bullied by Gage. And she probably is stuck between not getting along with this new group of people and not being able to go back to the old group of people. That's a tough situation for her to be in. I really do empathize with Lydia's situation. She was raised that way. She was around an abusive mother. But, I do have to ask. I love how many people here are sad for Lydia because I need an honest admission. Gage will get eaten by a walker. I like that bold prediction. Gage needs to die. That's one. There's one death, Taya. Is that enough to kind of quench your death thirst? Or does it have to be somebody more than Gage? I got to know. Let me ask everybody an honest question because I gave a pretty real example last night about how quickly everybody got attached to Ozzy, and some people said, I love Ozzy. It was a waste of character losing him. But this only works if you're completely honest. I'm going to trust you. Miss Bubs for fun, if you could do me a favor, you can not, it's okay not to like Lydia. Let's phrase it a little bit differently if you don't mind. Thank you. So I trust this group. I trust the Army. The only thing is there's a lot of new folks. There's a lot of new people in this stream that, maybe it's your first stream. Maybe this is your second, third, fourth. We might not have built that trust yet. So don't cheat me on this one. We're using the honor system. How many people said after they first met Lydia, they hated her, there's a new villain, I can't stand her? When she was in that jail and she went after Daryl, how many people were just completely anti-Lydia? Tell the truth. Fluff Salisbury says, Gage dying wouldn't be a death, it would be karma. See, this is where I use this as an example. It's amazing what walking around Hilltop and eating a couple worms can do for someone's character. So let's give Angela Kang a little bit of credit for, it's almost like Friday, right? Angela Kang is playing with my emotions. This season, what I've really, really loved about this season is how many times I went back and forth on something. Even with some of the spoilers being out, that's the thing I always liked about The Walking Dead is how, it could make me feel like I didn't know who I was going to trust or what they were doing or what they were up to. Like there was just a mystery lurking around every corner. And this season, PD, it's kind of gotten me back to that. Stimpy Girl says the convo with her mother last episode made me like her. It was the same. I've been canged. I like it. It was kind of the same with Henry. I didn't like Henry, but I was really starting to kind of accepting, as that the real annoying cousin you have that you see maybe around the holidays. And they are annoying, but they're still your cousin and you still kind of love them. I was kind of feeling that for Henry. I felt like he was maturing before our very eyes. And I didn't want to see him die like that. We got a super chat. I got to jump up to Tom Ferrara. Says, will the Snow Walkers kill people? Let's see. I think that's a good super chat spotlight. Tom, I honestly think it's a waste of a snow walker if it doesn't kill at least one person. So I think the Gage has to die. It would be cool. I think it'd be like a double cool thing. Like a double stuff Oreo. Gage dies and we get the thrill out of that, and we get to see a really, really cool ice walker eating him. Would you guys be cool with that? But it still doesn't make me think that everybody's safe. I really feel like, and I hope the Q&A comes out in about an hour. I feel like we're going to be reading this, and if the spoilers come out before midnight, I'm going to do a stream. So as long as you guys have the notification button, and I know you already know, but there's a difference between seeing it posted and getting in here and talking about it in real time and getting your responses commented on and added and called on and questioned and all of those things, like what you like, what you didn't like. So if it's before midnight tonight, we will do, and Pam, if you're listening, if you can release the spoilers around 9 o'clock, we would certainly love to discuss your spoilers at 9:30 and get some of the emotion and the feel. Tom Ferreira, Gage better get that death for bullying Lydia. Yeah, I think he will. Wilson, what's up, Wilson? White Walkers, kills a bit like Game of Thrones. Yeah, but I think one could argue that Game of Thrones has borrowed some ideas from Walking Dead, and Walking Dead can borrow some concepts from them as well. Alicia Holenbeck says, you are awesome. Love your live chats. Thank you so much, Alicia. I love you guys being in live chats. I really do. I love the show, and I love to hang out with a group of people and we can talk about it in real time. Kitty Cat, Super Chat, says, Father Gabriel outlived his usefulness 3 seasons ago. Let's get some thoughts on that. Father G passed his time. Kitty Cat, here's why. There's only one reason I'm going to disagree with you. Some people are saying yes. How many people saw the shout out that we got at the Walker Stalker with Hippo, and Seth Gilliam said, just like to give a shout out to the 999 Army. So Father G gave us a shout out. So for that reason, I'd like for him to stay around a little bit longer. That was nice of him. June Smith, Super Chat. Did somebody say Rick? We did, June. We certainly did. So hold on. I want to confirm. We're getting rumor. I'm going to double check it. The spoilers might be out. Somebody could be listening to us. So I'm going to check in. If the spoilers are out, do not post the spoilers in this video. Whatever you do, please. All right, so we do have some spoiler information. Do not post it. And we are going to wind the stream down just for fear that somebody could come in here and post it. So I want to say thanks to everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. We're going to wind the stream down. We will be back at 9:30. So 1 hour for everybody to kind of hang out, digest, do whatever you're going to do. If you were here for non-spoiler information, our next non-spoiler stream is going to be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It's going to be Freestyle Friday. There will be no spoilers in that. We're going to hang out. It's a loose, casual group of people. No spoilers, everybody, please. Thanks for everything that you guys do. We'll do shout-outs later. I'm going to close this thing down really, really quick, everybody, before we get some asshats that come in here and ruin it for other people. If you're still here, get out of the stream now. Leave, exit. Don't read any chat. Don't take a risk that somebody's going to be here and ruin it for you. We'll have a spoiler video at 9:30 tonight with some information. And I will see everybody at least at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks, Pam, for posting that. Awesome. You rock. See ya. Peace.